Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to the Strawberry Ice Show. I'm your host, Strawberry Ice. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. Basketball, more basketball. The best thing is, I didn't have to go to the symphony with my son, or I didn't have to go to a play with my wife and daughter. Do I look like a guy who goes to the symphony or to play? Nope. But they had fun, so that's good. But I got to go to my buddy's house and watch Kentucky versus Kansas. Kentucky won 73-61. The fun part for me, well, I'm definitely not a Kentucky fan. The fun part for me was watching everybody squirm while Kentucky pulled one out. But Sunday, they could have got to watch me squirm because my Bearcats pulled one out. They were down by 14 points at one time against Temple. They pulled out a win, 72-68. Jared Cumberland led the Cats with 25 points and 8 rebounds. Temple's J.P. Mormon had 20 points on 8 of 11 shooting. That dude was going off. That was a career game for him. There was one player, the Bearcats, they had him stop. Shot clock's going down. He drives to the hoop, does a little George Gervin finger roll, throws it up, and it goes in. I'm like, are you kidding me? Usually if that happens, the Cats win. But not on this day. With tenacious defense and unbelievable rebounding, we out-rebounded Temple 46-22. That's getting it done right there. That moves the Cats into first place in the AAC. Now for you college basketball fans out there, don't sleep on the AAC. It's a better conference than you think it is. Got some NBA news today. New Orleans Pelicans, Anthony Davis has informed them officially that he will not sign a long-term contract. This is according to ESPN's Adrian Wojciechowski. Now this is probably the worst kept secret in all of basketball, because LeBron's been trying to get him since he got to LA. Now, if I were the Lakers, I would be all in. I'd trade everybody to go get him, except for LeBron, of course. Meaning, the reason I would do that, because if you're comparing Cleveland, where LeBron was, to LA, my opinion, LA isn't any better right now than Cleveland was with LeBron. I mean, not Cleveland with LeBron and Cleveland with LA. He's basically the same kind of team. Now, LA is younger and they have more potential to be better, but LeBron only signed a 3-year contract and you're halfway through the first one. So you basically got 2.5 years to try to get LeBron a team that can compete with Golden State, which, honestly, nobody's going to compete with Golden State. Now they have Boogie Cousins and Kevin Durant and everybody else. That's a whole other thing. I digress. I'll get to that later on in the broadcast. But if I were Lakers, I'd be all in and I would trade everybody to get him, because that's the only chance you really got to win with LeBron James there. All right, this weekend we had the NHL All-Star Game. I talked about that on Friday's show. It was won by the Metropolitan Division, 10-5. Sidney Crosby was the NHL MVP. Now, I have a little rant on that. I love the NHL 3-on-3 tournament. It's great. The Pro Bowl should be like that. It's a skills competition. There's basically no defense. I mean, nobody plays defense in these things anyway. So there's really no defense. It's 3-on-3. It's competitive because, well, it's a tournament, so they all want to win. They all want the money. And they want the bragging rights. Now, if the NFL had something like that, that'd be great. I know I'm going back to Friday's show, and I already kind of talked about that, but it's just very mind-numbing to me that ESPN goes and blows up everybody on, the Pro Bowl, and they put all these cool graphics on the commercials. It's the Pro Bowl. Nobody cares. I bet you they got more people watching that dodgeball thing that the NFL did than the actual Pro Bowl. Moving on. It's Super Bowl week. New England Patriots and LA Rams. It's a big weekend for Vegas, too. Shocking, I know. But according to a survey, Americans are going to bet up to $5 billion with a B. $5 billion on bets this weekend. And that's point spread bets and prop bets. Prop bets, basically you can bet on anything. You can bet on if Jim Nantz opens the show up with Hello Friends or the coin flip, what color the Gatorade is, how long they sing the national anthem. Anything and everything you can think of in that game, you can bet on. Now, what you should bet on is the New England Patriots, because in my opinion, they're going to win. But the city that always wins the Super Bowl is Vegas. Don't bet against Vegas. All right, we had the first shots fired this week. Boston fans versus Los Angeles fans. It's all over Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. The send-offs for the two teams. New England damn near filled up a football stadium to watch the guys talk, say a few words, and leave and cheer them on. LA barely filled up a soccer stadium, which is what the Rams play in, is a soccer stadium. So anyway, first round goes to Boston. I think the whole thing's going to Boston. LA, step your game up, man. You're a NFL football city now. Now, I hear in Cincinnati, Ohio, if that ever happens to the Bengals, this town would be going nuts. I am not kidding. It would be ridiculous. All right, here's my little 2 cents for today. Got a little rant about the comparison of I talked about earlier in the show of the Golden State Warriors and what they are doing compared to what New England has done and is still doing. New England's been at this since 2001. My son was 1 when this started. He's 18 now. They've went to 9 Super Bowls. They've won 5 of them. They're about to win their 6th. The only 2 people that have been there the entire time, other than the owner, of course, is Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Now you have the Golden State Warriors, who they had a really good team before they got Kevin Durant. And they played 2 really good finals against LeBron and the Cavs. The Cavs won 1, Golden State won 1. And then as soon as Golden State lost 1, Draymond Green gets on the phone and cries to Kevin Durant, "You got to come to our team." Blah, 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 blah. So he comes to their team, and they have probably the greatest team ever. Now this year they add Boogie Cousins. You got to be kidding me. Who wants to watch the NBA? You know who's going to win. It's not even worth watching. I mean, they got teams just tanking because they're waiting till Golden State can't afford the guys or they all get tired of winning or whatever it is. Now, I digress. I go back to New England. New England, like I said, they've had 2 guys there the entire time. They had Randy Moss. That's probably their best wide receiver they ever had. And they didn't win anything with him. This year's team, they have Gronkowski and Edelman. You put those 2 on any other team, they're not the same player. New England took a right tackle and made him a left tackle this year. I mean, that in the middle of the season. Not that he worked on in the offseason. They picked him up and they switched him. And nobody's touching Tom Brady. In my opinion, Golden State basically buys their NBA championship by just being the best, getting the best players. I mean, it's not, they're just toying with people. It's not even fun watching the NBA. NFL, nobody picks, the beginning of the year, nobody would pick New England. I mean, if you look at their team, there's 1 Hall of Famer. His name is Tom Brady. That's it. Oh, 2 Hall of Famers. The coach, Bill Belichick. Golden State, see, back in the day, when Jordan won his 6 championships, he didn't go to Charles Barkley or Patrick Ewing and go, "Hey, let's form a super team and beat everybody." No, if you ever hear those guys talk, Charles Barkley was like, "I wanted to beat the crap out of him. I wanted to beat him myself." That was the competition. Now these guys all get together and they don't want to work. They just want to go win the championships and crush everybody. And NBA has got to do something about this because I was a huge NBA fan back in the 80s and 90s because it was fun. I mean, yes, Jordan won, but it wasn't a given he was going to win all the time. I mean, those are hard-fought series if you go back and watch those. The NBA is just very, very unwatchable. They have a game on ESPN tonight or tomorrow night. It's Portland versus Utah. And they put the names up, the guys up there. I don't even know who they are. I'm like, why would you watch that? I mean, it used to be almost every NBA team had somebody that, okay, that's our player, that's our guy, Now they don't. New England, they work within the parameters of the salary cap, and they're doing this with the salary cap. Huge salary cap. You can't pay anybody money. That's why Tom Brady takes less money. Best quarterback in football takes less money because he wants to win Super Bowls. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Like I said, sorry, don't like the NBA too much. Love college basketball, though. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.